So I'd like to share with you guys some really cool video clips and shots of an awesome project we got to work on for Mikro craft beer bar. We had the privilege to be able to reclaim and reuse the actual railroad rails that were excavated off this project. The existing building on this land, which is about 150 years old, was the actual old train depot for the rail trail that it sits on. That was the driving force behind the design of the bar. So the building on the property that was demoed actually supplied us with about 2,000 board feet of old growth chestnut. However, we were unable to use it all due to its condition. So for the back bar pieces that I'm focusing on in this video, I went to a local sawmill and purchased 5x9 red oak beams. These are the main pieces of the center back bar that will be used as the railroad ties. The idea was for the first railroad tie to have 20 taps in it and to make it look like the taps actually grew out of the beam. This was a pretty time-consuming part of the project, but when you put together two guys that love what we do, we love woodworking, we love tools, it was a great time. So the original Japanese method of preserving wood is called shoshugiban, and right here Jesse is burning the wood to help preserve the back side of it. He's just touching it up with a small sized torch to color it so when it hits the mirror, you don't see the back side of it. However, the main purpose for doing this is to give it that old railroad tie look.
What are you doing here, Eddie?
Gotta get these taps in.
Tapping it out.
This beer gotta flow.
The beer's gotta flow soon. It's gonna be pretty.
Radio, Chappie!
Turn, rotate.
Hey, Dad!
I'm piggybacking. Okay. Don't.
Spin it again.
Yeah,
One more round. Right there. And this is gonna be fun.
What are you talking about?
We're all good.
It's a deadlift.
Deadlift. Good. Done.
There you go.
Nail it. Oh, so light.
Good? Yeah, let's go out some.
So to get these railroad rails to our liking, after they were excavated, they actually had to be air chiseled clean and then sandblasted. And then at that time, they had to be moistened to let them oxidize so they get that proper patina on them. And then we coated them with penetrol. Due to the large amount of weight mounted onto this back bar countertops, between the railroad rails and those heavy oak beams, we built a steel substructure to support everything from underneath the countertop. Just mounted in the last steel backsplashes. They're top coated with a lacquer. They're all siliconed in, top and bottom. So my favorite finishing touch on the bar is actually the beer tap handles. We milled them from the old railroad spikes, drilled them on the milling machine, hand tapped them, and dipped them into a product called Pour 15. Such an amazing story and history that this bar has to tell. So if you're ever in the Hamden, Connecticut area, come on down for some amazing food and drink and check out the new Mikro craft beer bar.